welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Roxanne, the Tiny Taster, and today's recipe is a fantastic mutton sukka. As always, I'm going to leave a link to a detailed blog post down below in the description box. Make sure to check that out. It has all the ingredients and the measurements and everything that you need to make this recipe. If you like this recipe, as always, don't forget to give it a big fat like, leave me a comment, and of course subscribe to the channel to see many more videos. So without any further ado, let's get cooking. In a pressure cooker, add half a teaspoon of oil and your mutton pieces. I've used boneless mutton. You could use it mutton on the bone, doesn't matter. To this, add a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of turmeric powder along with a cup of water. Mix it all together and then just cover it and pressure cook this for about 15 minutes or say 4 whistles. Whilst your mutton is cooking, we want to start working on our masala powder for this mutton sukka. So in a pan, I'm just dry roasting some spices. We've got peppercorns, coriander seeds, cumin seeds, some cardamom pods, 2 small sticks of cinnamon and a dry red chili. There's also some fennel which I've forgotten to add, so I'll mention that in the blog post. Don't forget to click the link down below. Just dry roast this for say about a minute. Make sure you don't burn it, and then gently add all of this into your mixer jar and then grind it into a nice fine masala powder. In another pot, add some oil and 100 grams of shallots or small baby onions. If you don't have these, you could use regular onions, just chop them up, but these are preferable. Cook it for a minute or so and then add to it about 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. Cook the ginger garlic paste down so it gets rid of all that raw smell, and then you can pop in a chili or 2. I've just slit 1 chili, you could add more if you like. Along with this, add in a bunch of curry leaves and cook the whole mixture for about 5 minutes till the onions soften completely. Once the mutton has cooked and the pressure cooker has cooled a little, open it up and this is what it looks like. The mutton is nice and tender and it's just got all that watery broth that is wonderful and full of flavor. You're going to add this entire broth mixture along with the mutton pieces to your onions that have been cooking. Just make sure that everything mixes well together, and it'll look like it's a lot of gravy, but don't worry, it's all gonna dry down. Let this mutton mixture cook on a high flame for 2 minutes, and then we're going to add in all that wonderful masala powder that we ground up. This really packs all the flavor. Just mix it well thoroughly, and you'll notice at this point we haven't added any more salt. That's because there was plenty of salt when we cooked the mutton, so you don't need any more. Just mix all of this together. You'll see it coats and gets this lovely brown color. That's the color of the mutton sukka. You need to cook this mixture on a high flame for at least 5 minutes or till you start to notice that the gravy thickens up and it starts evaporating a little bit. If you just use the back of your spoon and start pulling, when you notice that the gravy starts to pull like this, it means that you're almost there. Of course, you could leave it at a gravy stage if you like, but since it's a mutton sukka, sukka means dry, we're going to dry it out. At this stage, add in a bunch of chopped coriander. That's just for garnish. And this is when you know that your dish is almost done. So just switch off the flame and that's really it. There you go, your mutton sukka is completely ready and it is delicious. Mine looks a little bit oilier, just a tad bit oilier than I would have liked, so I know that I had it a little too much oil. In restaurants, this is what you would get. I prefer mine a little less oily, so just be careful with how much oil you add. But this is really it. Just plate it up, eat it with rice, dal, roti, however you like. I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. If you have, don't forget to give it a big fat like, leave me a comment and tell me that you liked it, and of course subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys very, very soon.